Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Newtown Hotel. It's showtime.
I'm an Indigenous Australian as well. But if we continue down this track, we're going to lose Australia as we know it.
Our land of mountain nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare.
What a ridiculous answer. This is Australia. Don't go there. Thank you.
What do I see? That's the question I'm most afraid of. One that asks me what I'm really made of. What do I see? Much more than a reflection, romance with sheer perfection. I see me, actress, woman, star and lover, sister, sweetheart, slave and mother. I see me, and I like what I see. Virgin, temptress, dream of others. Yes, it's me. Yes, it's me.
So, folks, I've got a little story. I want to tell you this little story. It goes a bit like this. O herald the dawn, O mighty Democritus, for a new visionary walks amongst us, with views high-minded and ethically handsome. The member for Biggotsville, Pauline Hanson. Ah, Pauline, with your beautiful smile, you've redefined the boundaries of style. With your cat's bum mouth and your eyes that smoulder, you got fish and chips on your shoulder. Ah, Pauline, you're so enlightened, our parliamentary system you have heightened. You're so well-read, well-versed, well-trained. Xenophobia, please explain. Pauline, darling, Pauline, sweetie. You know, she's a shaker and mover. Pauline's pushing the ethnic hoover. She's cleaning house, this multicultural failure. She's bringing back shiny white Australia. Pauline, lovey, Pauline, lovey, why don't you shut your mouth? You're embarrassing our island in the south. Your views are weak, they're narrow and shrill. Give up politics, get back on the grill.
Explain, 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 explain. Explain, explain. Explain, explain. Explain, explain.
We'll try not to lose our train of thought as we explore some of the mystery of Pauline Hanson's folk dance with the media.
If you are seeing me now, it means I have been murdered.
A public, pre-recorded death message is not the way to participate seriously in politics in Australia.
Prime Minister John Howard has delivered his strongest attack on Pauline Hanson, branding her deranged, hysterical and dishonest.
If he's going to call me deranged, well then he must face the fact that he's calling a lot of other Australians out there, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Australians, as deranged.
Everyone, of course, is entitled to their own opinion.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. Now you know I'm utterly mad.
I am not going anywhere. You won't get rid of me. The only people that are going to get rid of me are my constituents. The people that vote for me in the ballot box, not you. Never you.
Well, let's understand that Pauline Hanson is like no other politician in Australia. I mean, we don't even think of Pauline as a politician. We think of her as a...
A sausage short of a barbecue.
Can't argue with that.
I see a sandwich short of a picnic, a few kangaroos loose in the top paddock,
Yeah, she's right about that.
and a screw loose.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep.
I'm just so different to everyone else here.
In Canberra recently, the Australian College of Clinical Psychologists debated the notion that all our politicians should be psychologically tested. Pauline Hanson did submit herself to an IQ test, and it's just as everyone suspected. Pauline's IQ is David Oldfield.
There's been much public innuendo that you are or were lovers.
Well, I mean, firstly, it's no one's business.
My private life is my private life. No one else's, not the public's. It's no one's business.
Sit on my face and tell me that you love me. I'll sit on your face and tell you I love you too. I love to hear you oralize when I'm between your thighs. You blow me away. Sit on my face and let my lips embrace you. I'll sit on your face and then I love you truly. Life can be fine if we're both 69. If we sit on the faces and lost on the faces of day, it'll be blown away.
If someone came up to you and said, in one sentence, tell us about David Oldfield, what sort of bloke is he?
Oh, smarmy, slimy, overconfident, patronising. How many more words do you need to describe?
You could take the knife out of my back with her fingerprints on it.
Fame and notoriety indistinguishable in her mind, Mrs. Hanson launched what she's pleased to call her political party.
When will I be famous?
But of course, Pauline won't shy away from the spotlight.
She's in this tragic redneck celebrity vortex, and from which she does not want to escape.
Joining us from Canberra this morning is the One Nation leader, Pauline Hanson. Good morning to you, Pauline. How do you think Australia will look in 50 years' time in your vision?
Well, I hope it's not going to be overpopulated with the enormous queues of people on unemployment
Asians?
or people on a life of welfare.
Or Asians?
And let me tell you something. I have never, ever said I do not want Asians in Australia. I have said that Asians have and will always have a presence in Australia. I had an Asian lady that worked in my shop, managed my business for me, and she was absolutely marvellous.
I like Chinese. I like Chinese. They only come up to your knees, yet they're always friendly and they're ready to please. I like Chinese. I like Chinese. There's 900 million of them in the world today. You'd better learn to like them, that's what I say. I like Chinese. I like the Chinese little trees. They're zen, they're ping pong, they're yin and yang leaves. I like Chinese. I like Chinese. They only come up to your knees, yet they're wise and they're witty and they're ready to please. All together. I jumbaran. Well, I jumbaran. Well, I jumbaran. Ni hao ma, ni hao ma, ni hao ma, 再见. I like Chinese. I like Chinese. I like their tiny little trees. They're zen, they're ping pong, they're yin and yangies. Yin and yangies. Yin and yangies.
You make your point and you leave them to judge, but you make your point and 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 you make your point again and again and again and again.
I don't want to go to any parts of Australia and don't know whether I'm walking into a butcher shop or a hairdresser's or where I'm going. I want to be able to read signs. Well, I don't want Australia to become Asianised. No different to, I'm sure Asia doesn't want Asia to become Australiarised.
Asianised.
Australia to become Asianised. Asia to become Australiarised. Australia to become Asianised. Asia to become Australiarised.
You're not just being xenophobic.
Please explain. Please explain. Please explain.
She is nasty and her views are dangerous.
If we never hear another word from Miss Hanson, we will be eternally grateful.
Thank you.
It was Pauline Hanson's views on Asian immigration which first threw her into the international spotlight. Now the One Nation leader says all migrants should be subjected to a language test in English before they get here.
Well, there should be a basic test that they should know and understand some English.
Take a seat.
Now, before we allow you in to swamp our country, I would like you to pass an English test. Could you please read that document there, you looky there?
Around the rugged rocks, the ragged rascal ran. Do I pass?
Yes, all right.
Yes, I'm going to be an Australian.
Australian?
Australian.
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 Now, send him back. Next one, please.
What's the matter, you? Hey, gotta no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up, you face. Okay, one time for mama, everybody. What's the matter, you? Hey, gotta no respect. Hey, what do you think you do? Hey, why you look so sad? Hey, it's not so bad. Hey, it's a nicer place. Ah, shut up, your face.
Pauline Hanson and her fascist, racist, redneck party is just out of order totally.
I come here not as a polished politician, but as a woman who has her fair share of life's knocks.
I'm joined in the studio by One Nation leader, Pauline Hanson.
Yes.
But it's
Yes.
Asked by the Herald Sun if she believed she could move into the lodge, the One Nation leader said,
Yes.
We can't wait for the next campaign. Good night and sleep tight.
Qantas has asked the Nine Network to censor news stories about Pauline Hanson and One Nation in bulletins recorded for the airline's in-flight service. Happily, Nine has come up with a compromise plan. Move the Hanson items from the in-flight news channel and put them on the in-flight comedy channel. But a new survey has found that 1 in 4 passengers actually like the One Nation stories, so the airline has decided to seat them in the new Qantas Hanson class. It's just like economy, except you're facing the wrong way. The safety equipment looks great, but explodes on contact with water. And you can always see the pilot, but you're never quite sure who's flying the plane.
I am very, very proud and very grateful to Queenslanders who voted for One Nation.
One singular sensation, every little step she takes. One thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you. No.
She walks into a room and you know she's uncommonly rare, very unique, peripatetic, poetic and chic. She walks into a room and you know from her vanity poise, effortless world, she's a special girl.
Can't help all of her qualities extolling. Loaded with charisma is my jolly, sauntering, elegant traveler.
ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Pleasure Pact.
Salsa, Grumpy Bum.
Don't eat chili either, remember?
I am trying, all right? What the hell do you want?
Look, I want you not to have to try. It's like you've done all this because I've told you to.